Hello, this is Elliot from etjenglish.com. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about some things which you can say in a restaurant. I've been spending some time in Thailand, as some of you may know, and I've been eating in restaurants every day, 3 times a day, because the food is very cheap here. And there's definitely some good grammar which you can practice for any situation you might have in a restaurant. So first of all, we're going to start with booking a table. Usually we will phone up or give the restaurant a call on our phones to ask whether they have any tables available for the evening or whatever time it is we want to go. And this is obviously to avoid disappointment in case there's no tables available when you turn up at the restaurant. So for booking a table, obviously the person in the restaurant will answer the phone, and usually a good thing to ask first of all is, "Hi, I would like to make a booking," or "I would like to book a table for 8 p.m. And then they will usually check in their book, obviously, and see whether there's any tables available. They might ask you, "How many people is the table for?" So you could say, "A table for 2, please," or however many people you're going with. If you're on your own, you can say, "It's just me." So now you've booked your table and it's come to the evening when you're going to your restaurant. So now there's some important vocabulary and grammar which you can use in the restaurant. It can be quite hard if you can't speak the same language as the person who is serving you, because it just makes life a lot easier if you can speak the same language. So first of all, some good questions are, "Can I see the menu, please?" Which just means, can I have a look at the menu and see what's in the list of food that you have? You can also ask if you can see the wine list. You can say, "Can I see the wine list, please?" if you fancy having a glass of wine with your meal. Another one is, "What is the dish of the day?" A lot of restaurants have a dish of the day, which is a special that they've put on for that particular day. Sometimes I like to ask the waiter or waitress, "What do you recommend?" And this is just to see what they think is good on the menu. They should have tried it if they're serving you in this restaurant. So you can ask them, "What do you recommend?" And then they will obviously tell you something from the menu which they enjoy. And now it can be a bit complicated if you have allergies, if you're allergic to something. A lot of people are allergic to nuts, so sometimes it's quite good to ask, well, it's really good to ask if the certain dish that you want to order has any nuts in it, or has whatever it is that you're allergic to. So you would say, "Does it have nuts in it?" Or you could just say, "I'm allergic to nuts." And, some people are allergic to some very strange things. So make sure you know what those words are in English as well, because that's quite important. And the other thing is, those of you who eat vegetables only, you don't eat meat, you're obviously a vegetarian. So sometimes it's good to say, "What are the vegetarian options?" or "I'm a vegetarian," and then hopefully they will point you in the right direction. Ordering the food is very simple. You can just simply say, "Can I have the pasta?" Or you could say, "I would like the pasta." Always remember to kind of follow up with "please" and "thank you," just because in England especially, and a lot of similar countries, we do take kind of manners quite seriously. And finally, when you finished your meal and it comes to leaving, obviously you have to pay. So the next thing to say is, "Can I have the bill, please?" or "Can I pay, please?" It's as simple as that, and then they will bring it to you. It's up to you what happens from there. You can try and have a conversation with them if you want to practice your English. It might be quite good. I think restaurants are a great place to practice English because a lot of waiters and waitresses like to have conversations with the people that they're serving. So it is a great way to practice your English, because you can just start some small talk. You can see one of my previous videos on small talk. You'll find the link in the video somewhere, and you can watch that one about some ideas of what you can ask people to start a small talk conversation. Anyway, that's pretty much everything that you need to know for ordering food in a restaurant, booking a table in a restaurant, and finally paying the bill in a restaurant. I hope you found this useful, and hopefully you can put this into good practice soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.